return here. He takes him in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Chris, I know when we think about LSU, we go back to 2019, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, that dynamic offense. But at the end of the day, it's still LSU. It's still the SEC. And ground and pound is something they will never move away from. Great job here, and move the sticks.
That's an important first down on that running play. It's a draw. He gets loose, fighting off the defender. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Dropping back, it's Joseph. He escapes the pocket. The defense gets him, but it's a first down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
Here comes a handoff. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face third down. Out of the gun now on third down. Looking to scramble. On the run here. Lets it go. Incomplete. He's very lucky that wasn't intercepted here on the opening possession. I'd like to have that one back. It's going to bring up fourth down. So out comes the field goal team from a long way out. They are putting a whole lot of faith in this kicker. This one will be a 60-yard attempt. Can he get it there? Wasn't alert enough, didn't get the playoff. That'll cost him 5 yards. They don't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him. And here comes the punter onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. And they'll kick it away here. No fair catch. He feels the punt. The coverage team makes the stop on this return. Quick throw to the right. It's caught. He rolls out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
So much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here, they were determined to stop the run. The problem is you leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. Right flat's open. The quarterback makes the right throw. And look at these yards.
second down here. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to pass. It's Owens. Grab down the middle. It's Clark. And that game moves the ball across midfield. First down coming up from the 46.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
The Longhorns lining up here on 1st and 10. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from a defense. As the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Offense now behind the 6 on 2nd down. They need 12 after that first down loss. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Lets it go quickly. Oh, and another incompletion.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Oh, it lands just short of the goal line, but bounces in for a touchback. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Takes the toss and heads left. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Chris, great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield, but no chance at all. With defensive speed, ability to diagnose the play blows it up.
Strong defense there. They stuff the run and makes it 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Joseph. Pass not complete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
To avoid another punt here in the 2nd drive, they got to convert here on 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Hits the ball as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. 3rd down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
Well, that series did not work out the way the offense had hoped. It's a quick 3 and out, and now they're in punt formation from inside their own 20. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll see if he can make a play on this return. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Here comes the first play of this drive. They're set up at their own 48. Offense flinching before the snap. That'll cost him 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Obvious false start there, moving too early. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Dropping back, it's Owens. A deep shot to the left side. He's got it near the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, results in quick and positive results.
See if they can convert the point after. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there and booted away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Looking for some space. It's Berry. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run. I mean, they've been doing that forever. Going all the way back to like Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield. Leonard Fournette. And, of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that great 2019 team. And now, LSU stable of backs again on this roster, too.
Moving to a bunch formation. Dropping back, it's Joseph. Bringing pressure. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. So Texas has the lead, Kirk, as we break here for the quarter. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Pulls it in. It's Parker. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. That completion makes it second and medium. He's looking to throw. The pass is intercepted.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
And the Longhorns offense takes the field. This offense scorched the defense with a lightning strike, a one-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Back to pass. It's Owens. Catch is made down the middle. You make the tackle, but this offense has crossed midfield. Set up for the first down at the 47.
Chris, what a play here by this receiver for a big gain for Texas. And you think back over the years with Texas going back decades, I always think about running backs and, of course, quarterbacks. But there have been some receivers, Roy Williams and Devin Duvernay, guys like that. There have been others. But, man, plays like this is what you love to see. And kind of creating that new legacy for Texas of having elite receivers.
Getting set. Here's second down. So early movement from the offense. That'll push him back 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Here's the second down play. Design quarterback run. And they finally stop him, but a decent game that time.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw. It's Owens. Deep shot to the left side. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. A quick juke. Oh, he jukes him again. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Chris, if you're going to make that throw, that's called a two-ball. That means it's got to be on a line. Here he puts it way up in the air and allows the defender to come over and make a play on the ball. Great job by the defense.
So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. Using the ground game here, tailback has the handoff. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss of the play. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Running play goes backwards, makes it second down and 12 now. And the back now goes in motion. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Looking to pass. It's Joseph. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down now. Talk about aggressive. The head coach keeping the offense on the field inside their own 30. Oh, no, stopping short. What a fourth play, and they will take over on downs now.
Listen, I get it. I know you trust your offense, and maybe this is something you thought about all week in these situations, but when it's on your side of the field like this, you got to give it a second thought, because now your defense is already playing with their backs against the wall.
So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to go. A 2-yard loss.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. Second down, we're going to throw it. Makes a quick grab. And here he goes. They finally get him down, but this passing game has produced a chunk play.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route, you prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
Longhorns line up with a 1st and goal. And he drops back in the gun. Grab behind the line. It's Clark. Tackled down at the 3 after the catch. Defense up against it now. The Longhorns come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. There's a design quarterback keeper. Rolls into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
Extra point try coming now. With the extra point, the lead is 14. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. To throw, it's Joseph. On the move now. He steps out of bounds. No gain on the play.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held onto the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
A sack sets up 2nd down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And he'll heave the ball deep down that right side. The catch is made, and he does get the foot down to rule it a catch, a big gainer.
Boy, that's got to be a breakdown in coverage or a missed assignment. There's no way that a receiver should be that wide open.
The pass rush closing in, and it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Nice grab. It's Parker. Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's 4th down. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. No surprise. Offense going for it on 4th down. Offense appeared to be confused about the snap count there. It'll cost him 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit trying to add 3 points here before halftime. This will be a long-range attempt, 51 yards out. Oh, and he's off target. It's no good. Still losing by 14 after the miss.
Now, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
This will likely be the last play of the half. Running out of time in the pocket. He's got the first and still going. He'll avoid the big hit at the slide. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Kickoff right there. We'll start with the 25. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Passing game very hard to stop in the first half. Let's see if they can begin to feature the run game here. They start with an RPO. Quick pass to the right. Heads out of bounds after a solid game.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. Quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
The catch is made. Runs through a tackle. He's got space here. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47.
Well, defending this guy, you need more than one defender. You really got to stress rallying to the football because this guy can make people miss.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Trying to find room. It's Clark. He's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Second down after that previous play. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football, and he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
To the air. It's Owens. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Tackle made after a short return, but the pick ends that threat.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down. Second down play coming up.
Pretty good gain here by this offense, and here they are. They're getting already set to the line of scrimmage. They're ready to go. Defense better get their cleats in the ground.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Coleman. Breaking free at the 35. They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 25.
Well, there's no time to sit there and talk to each other as a defense. You give up a big gain for a first down, and already you got to get lined up because here comes the ball again.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. Now they test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? To the air, it's Joseph. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Here comes third and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Oh, and he can't hang on to it. That's a guy known for his hands. Couldn't pick it off. Brings up fourth down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board, and now the offense has a chance to kick a field goal by that missed opportunity and dropping that interception.
And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. On the hands team all over that to make the recovery.
Chris, as you know, the chances are you're not going to recover these, but still, the hands team deserves a lot of credit for executing and coming up with the ball. You can't overstate the importance of a good special teams unit.
And the Longhorns offense takes the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Well, setting the edge, a lot of times you'll rely on that offensive tackle to do the job at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's a tight end or maybe the H-back. But someone has got to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to go. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner and make a big play.
Scanning the field, it's Owens. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Great cut, they whiff on him. They make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
Hey, what a great effort by the tight end. Not only does he make the catch, but how about the effort there to break that tackle to pick up more yards?
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quick pass, the catch is made. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Offense getting set. It's second down. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. We've seen you able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Longhorns pick up enough yardage to get a first down. Caught over the middle. It's Green. Touchdown, Longhorns. This offense is still clicking. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down into the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a lead and to bring the football out to the 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. The shotgun running play call. The gain moves the ball to the 34. Important second down play coming up.
That's a really good run by this offense. And, Chris, here they go. Up-tempo offense looking for a first down.
Hit as he threw. He's going deep here.
Well, there's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of the quarterback trying to throw a football. And on this play, they end up flushing him out to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football. That's what led to this incompletion.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. To throw, it's Joseph. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
At the 40. First down for the offense.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And as we take a break to flip into the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. The secondary backed up off the ball now. Moves out of the pocket. He's going to take off here. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in a run game, and he's able to do that right here.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the field, whether it's nickel or dime. Get as many defensive backs on the field as you can, and then sit back when you're working with this kind of lead in the fourth quarter. You don't want to give up the big play. Force them to throw underneath, tackle them inbounds, and keep that clock moving.
And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Chris, it's just really been the story of the game. This defense has completely eliminated this offense's ability to run the football, made them one-dimensional, and that's why they haven't been able to put many points on the board.
Movement here from the tight end. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. It's a short completion to the big tight end. The first down pickup tackled at the 45. Here comes the up-tempo offense.
Big conversion for this offense, and for the defense, it's one thing to simply allow a first down, but entirely different thing when you realize the offense doesn't fear you. And this is exactly what happens here.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Any offense loves to call a play on 1st and 5 after that offsides penalty. Back to throw. It's Joseph. Fires it on the move. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
How about the job by this defense against this receiver? One of the top receivers in the country. They knew he was going to be able to be a big factor in this game, and they have kept him quiet all game long until right now. In the fourth quarter, he comes up with his first catch.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack. We'll see if they can overcome the sack. Second and very long. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain on that run.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner, picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
The 11th play of this marathon drive, but it's 3rd and long now. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Well, a field goal here does them no good, so the offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Looking to the end zone. And the pass is batted down, broken up on 4th down. What a play.
What a great job by this defense, really all game long. It's very fitting. Here we are now in the fourth quarter on a 4th down play. They step up yet again. Now you get the ball to your own offense, you work that clock, and you seal victory.
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Back to pass. It's Owens. No connection there. The pass is incomplete. So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this 1st down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking for a man deep down the left side. And he's got it for a huge gain, brought down at the 30.
Chris, I'm kind of surprised they're still taking shots downfield. They got a big lead. We're in the 4th quarter. Run the ball, get out of Dodge, keep everybody healthy.
So one huge play has flipped things quickly. Now let's see if this offense can take advantage of this scoring chance. Pounding away with the run game. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
And in 1st down, they go right back to him. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense tries to put the finishing touches here on a lopsided victory. Now it's second down here. He hands it off from the gun. Oh, he fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now.
Let's go.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Back to throw. It's Owens. Pressure is coming. Grab down the middle. It's Green. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal.
Chris, another accurate throw by this quarterback, and this guy has just been on fire all game long. Over 200 yards.
Touchdown, Texas. And the route is on.
You know, this head coach and even the players always talk about wanting to play a full 4 quarters, and that's what we're seeing right now. I don't think they're interested in running the score up. I just think they're out there executing the plays called. Right now, they continue to put touchdowns up on the board.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. First down. Looking to throw the football. He's running out of time here. That's caught. It's buried. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. Now they're going to hustle to the line and get set. He'll hand it off. Picks up the first, looking for more. Ball carrier steps out, but a solid gain on the ground that time.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where in the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. That right there, that's what they've been looking for all game.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Scanning the field, it's Joseph. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield of the 42. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. Offense now behind the 6 on second down. They need 12 after that first down loss. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking for his big tight end. And this is dropped. My goodness, he was wide open, took his eyes off the football.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
So 4th down and 12. The offense is on the field to go for it. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. And the quarterback finds an open target on the crossing route. They finally make the stop, but the offense threatening down. First down to the 27. First down, looking to throw the ball. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, he makes the catch. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Now the try for the 2-point conversion. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. And he is stopped short. The 2-point try fails. He can't cut this lead further. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. But he safely makes the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work.
Well, they didn't really have much of a choice. Had to go with his onside kick, but as we all know, such a low chance of actually recovering this. It was likely their only option if they wanted to get another shot at trying to get the football back.
Fire to the right side, complete. Breaking free at the 35. He's in the clear. What a catch and run by the junior. Another big play for this offense, but they are not throttling back here, even with a comfortable lead in the fourth quarter.
This defensive coverage seems one step behind the entire game. Even when they call the right coverage, the offense has made the plays that they need to be able to put points on the board.
Quick throw, that's an RPO caught on the left side. Touchdown, Longhorns. They continue to roll up the score.
So much about speculation on whether or not they're going to kick a field goal or go for a touchdown. They put this ball into the end zone, and they put this game out of reach. What a job by this team and by this offense.
Looking to throw. It's Owens. And he makes it into the end zone to add 2 more to the lead.
Well, I thought the defense did a pretty good job of defending this 2-point try, but let's give all the credit to the quarterback and the receiver for being able to be in sync and in rhythm to come down with that catch and the 2 points.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. This is a squib kick picked up by one of the up men. And the coverage team brings him down as time runs out. That'll do it. Game over. This was a case of a higher-ranked, respected team that came in here and handled business. Did what we expected them to do, Kirk, but they did it with impressive focus and execution.
Man, you said it. These guys just seem to be on a mission today. They weren't going to let anything get in their way, especially another ranked opponent. This team was motivated from the opening kickoff.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. And this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.